Window cleaning made easy, and I show you how. Easiest way to explain it, just imagine you go in the car wash. The car gets rinsed off first, then it gets washed, and then it gets dried. And the rinsing and the washing is just as important in the window cleaning process as the drying with a blade. So the EasyLIGHT is no different in terms of that, like a professional blade. It just works different. You don't need the complicated technique. You just work downward strokes, slightly overlapping each stroke, collect the water. And that's the beauty of this product. But the process before washing the frame, washing the seals, if you haven't done the windows for a while, they're really dirty, you need to do a lot of washing. That has nothing to do with the squeegee. The washer has to do this. Personally, living part of my life on the farm with flies on the glass, it's always hard to remove. I like to work with a non-scratch, bit coarser sponge, with a microfiber cloth, with a squeegee, and with a normal pre-washer that you get with it. So the first tip off is most people use too much water and make a mess with these. So this one away, we don't need this. A very good idea, a very good idea is put the dishwashing liquid straight on the fiber, not in the water. Use heaps of it, don't use so much water. Most people do it the other way around and they make a mess. Go easy on the water, not too much. Everything you see on YouTube from proper professionals is they work with a lot of soap. So this is wet, of course it can't be dry, then the blade would smear, but this is a better way of washing glass, so it's not so runny. And I like to apply a simple trick to dirty windows, really dirty windows. I just wash this quite wet, maybe even a little bit more water, and then I walk away on this. I leave it for soaking for a minute or two. And now the second wash is the important one. You wash properly. You wash your glass. And if you want to do it real properly, do the frames and the rubbers, the seals, everything first. Dry that off. And now you will be ensured that when you use a squeegee, you're not pulling dirt from the frame into the glass. So you always want to get a clean start. And the beauty with the EasyLIGHT is you can actually, when you start and you have, say, a start mark, but you don't want to see that start mark, you can just simply double start. Whereas commonly professionals use a cloth to wipe the blade. That's a very good thing too. If you're not so good at window cleaning, just use a cloth and every now and then wipe the blade so you always get a clean start. I find this double start extremely helpful. I've been selling this company's invention for over 20 years. And the quality of this blade, and of course there's a lot of copies out there, you've seen them, but they're still made in Germany. This quality is fantastic because you can actually start in the middle of the glass without seeing a start mark behind it. Dirty water goes into the housing. So when you work, you look at the writing. This side is facing the glass. The water will run into the tank. And for the sides, you have pressure plates built in. That's only on the bigger unit. The little one doesn't need it. It's got sidebars built in. So what these are good for is when you work edges and corners. So say you wash your window, you want to do the corners. Window cleaning is the hardest part in the house because when the sun comes up, you see what you've done. And out of the window washing, the corners and the frames are the hardest part. And this invention is really, really clever. By dialing up the pressure plate, you get a little bit more pressure in this area. And that helps you cleaning corners and edges nicely. Did you see that? A double start, because often when you first pull, you get a bit of a mark, and I don't want this, I want to have it clean. Otherwise it doesn't look too good. So I just go 1, 2, so I kind of go behind the water and then I pull out. On the next stroke, you can use both pressure plates up, makes the blade firmer. Designed, it was without them in the middle of the glass. A little bit overlapping each stroke. When stopping and starting, either wipe the blade dry or do a double start. You want to be over the furthest point either way, to the top and to the side. So you work a little bit overlapping. Slow down on the bottom, dry the sills at the same time. That's very neat. And maybe every window, 2 windows, you kind of go back and then tip the water out. In my case, I want to show you something else, because often you've cleaned the windows, everything is clean, and then maybe you have a dog, kids' fingerprints, smudge marks, and you just want to take water out of the middle of the glass. And that's possible with a squeegee. With normal squeegees, when you see people showing them off on social media or on YouTube or so, you find all you ever see is do. Everything on the bottom is wet and the glass is clean and you got the water everywhere. So very neat to work with the EasyLIGHT. So you have fingerprints, smudge marks, dog's noses. You can just pick this out of the middle of the glass. In the shower, this product is very, very popular for the shower because the blade bends all the way if you want this. That would mean the water doesn't go in the tank anymore, but it certainly does mean you don't have to do all the bending. So no matter what the position of the blade is, it's always on the correct angle. It's just if you overturn it, so in the shower the floor is wet anyway, you can just push the water on the bottom part. That's normally the part where normal squeegees need their certain angle and where it becomes uncomfortable to go all the way down. Any normal tiles, curved glass, straight glass, you can use a squeegee as well. And don't forget, they last a very long time, and maybe you've forgotten by then, so I'll tell you again. Whenever one side is worn, maybe 4, 5, 6 years, there's 5 screws, take it out, turn it over, and you have the other squeegee on the other side. Guarantee is 5 years in the product. Handles are just screw-ins. And if you happen to have a balcony or a pool fence and you want to do the other side, the rotation joints, they're actually quite good add-on that you can buy as an accessory on the website. And if you put them in between, they would be useful for solar panels, higher windows, maybe hang out one window and squeegee sideways. So you can give the squeegee a little bit more purchase. That's what they're for. But if you pretend you live in a high-riser, you have glass balustrading, and you want to squeegee the other side, then this rotation joint is fantastic because you can basically stand on your balcony, squeegee, and capture the dirty water straight into the housing. What's left? Washing the product, washing the fiber pad. Easy. Take the handle off. This is full of detergent and water. Rinse it. Stand it like this on the sink. Let it bleed out, dry it off, put it away. The alternative is just put it in the dishwasher. The fiber pad you can take off and wash by hand again, or put them in the washing machine up to 40 degrees because they're synthetic fibers. They have quite a really good lifespan. They give you a really nice soap line. And you can see here this is wet, it's not runny, so lots of detergent, not so much water. Take your time, put some music on. Glass cleaning is hard, But with this product, it's actually very easy.